Can you introduce yourself for our viewers?
I'm Zeynep Gürcanli. I'm a journalist for 20 years. I'm currently working for Hürriyet newspaper. I'm the Ankara representative of Hürriyet website. I was working as the foreign policy correspondent for many years, and for 5 years I'm also include in my journalistic job the domestic issues.
Why did you choose to be a journalist?
Because to be a journalist is an adventure in Turkey, because there are a lot of things going on in Turkey, around in the region. So I want to be part of it and to cover it and to take some notes of what's going on in Turkey and to reflect that kind of notes to the public, to the general interest of the public. Because journalism is a kind of taking notes of the history, taking some scratch of the history. So I think that I'm making this.
Do you still feel excitement when you are covering a story?
Yes, because if you want to be a journalist, you should always keep your excitements with you. Without it, it's a very tough kind of profession. It's almost impossible to be a journalist without any excitement. You should always dynamic. You should always in alert situation because you should open all your senses. To listen, to see, even to smell something. It can be a kind of impression in your story. It can be important in some places.
Do you have any advices for the ones who want to be a journalist?
Think about being a journalist. The first advice is that, because it's not very easy profession. Long working hours, a lot of travels, and not leisure time for a journalist. This is the main issue. But on the other side, there is excitement. There is part of the history, the feeling of being part of this history. It's a very strong and very good feeling. And these are the presence of the journalistic profession, the professional journalists.
What would you say is the best and the worst things about being a journalist?
Best thing is, as I mentioned before, is the feeling of being a part of the history. Because we are covering the current events. We are covering what's going on in the world, in our country, and we are writing on it. And in the future, they will all the historians will look to the newspapers to understand what's going on, to understand what was the atmosphere in Turkey or in the world, or what was the thinking of some policies behind the policies. So because of that, I think that it's the best part of being journalist is to take some notes for the future historians. And the worst thing is the working conditions, because you don't have a very strict working hours. You can work until the late nights, even the early of the morning, and you should be sometimes in a very hard situation, like war areas, like clash areas. So it's not very good. This is the worst part of the journalism.
Okay, thank you for doing this interview with us.
I thank you for making the interview with me.
Okay, thank you.